Shalom Akim. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim in all four corners of the earth who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom Akim. This is getting to this article right here. I've been I've been hearing about this Davos for quite some time, and I thought that this was like some type of new leader they just threw into the mix. You know, one of these new millionaire Dr. Evils they were throwing in. You know, they come to find out it was actually says people attended a demonstration against the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. So that was the name of a town or a city. And I just thought this was another player that they were getting ready to throw into this world event, you know. But at the end of the day, a bunch of the Dr. Evils met up at this World Economic Forum. And I want to say today is Wednesday. They did it, I want to say on a Sunday or Monday. And that was the beginning of it, I want to say, because they had the actor up there. And I can't think of his name right now. I can't say his name right now. But it was just kind of, you know, and he was up there and he was, you know, explaining to them the problems and things going on in the world. But this is what you know, you're going up there begging your leaders for help. And they're not trying to help you. They have these forums every year. You know, these rich people get together, these Dr. Evils of the world get together, you know, and go over different plans. And then they introduce new people to their forum, and you know, because this is going to bring out some more actors that were actually there. So let me read a little bit of this so I can get into this. It says, rich activists beg Davos to tax us now. Over 200 millionaires from 13 countries once again asked for a global wealth tax. Now, I don't know how crazy that sounds, but I always see these people protesting at those World Economic events, and they always have these tax the rich signs. You also had the senator or Congress lady, Lawson, was that her name? It was a Congress lady, and she the Latino woman, and she wore a dress that said the same thing, tax the rich, and they were upset about her for wearing that, man, you know, and you know, these rich people, you know, this is just a deploy, you know, this is just another type of deploy, because we all know, like we always say, when we do your research, you know, a billionaire or a millionaire, it wouldn't be nothing for them to feed, you know, the poverty, feed the homeless, and it wouldn't even hurt their pockets, man. You know, it's all sorts of, it's all sorts of ways they could go around. They could get loans, they could get, not even loans, they could get donations, you know, they could get different things moving to help the homeless, but, you know, they choose not to. So the homeless proportion is growing bigger and bigger, and it's not going down anytime, nor are our leaders, you know, even though they meet up in these world forums and talk junk, you know, and right now it says tax the rich. We know that's far from the truth, that they don't want to get taxed, because the rich get tax break. You know, in the United States of America, the rich gets tax breaks. You know, it's the worst thing to be is a poor person in America. You know, the rich they don't have to pay taxes. The poor people pay taxes. You know, so let me read some of this. So he says, only a tax on the rich now can help save humanity from extreme inequity that threatens democracy and common good. A collection of persons of wealth, said in a open letter to the World Economic Forum on Wednesday. We are living in an age of extremes, rising poverty and welding wealth inequity, the rise of anti-democratic nationalism, extreme weather and ecological decline, deep vulnerabilities in our shared social systems, and the shrinking opportunity for billions of ordinary people to earn a livable wage, said the letter, addressed to Klaus Schwab's guests at the Swiss resort town of Davos. And like I just said, you know, they're playing games, man. They have the people believing that they're gonna get more wages, so they gave them this $15 an hour, and they're only pushing for $20 an hour. But at the end of the day, they're not looking at the shrinkages that are happening in your stores. You have inflation that's happening. So the devil, when he plays a game And he thinks that people think that he's doing good. He's actually doing bad. When he passes a lot of these laws that people actually think are to help them, they're actually to go against him, man. You know, he's a deceiver. He's a cunning deceiver, man. A livable wage for ordinary people. You know, you have to, in this devil system, you have to have somebody on the top and somebody at the bottom in order for this BS to work. Because a lot of these jobs, you know, the rich aren't going to do. So who do you get to do it? You get the poor to do it. You know, they're not going to be shoveling shit. They're not going to be going in these sewers and cleaning these sewers out, man. That's beneath them, man. You know, I knew a wealthy white woman. And, you know, I finally seen what low-level wealth is, you know, because I was dealing with her. And at the same time, you know, the point was that she, you know, she stayed in the wealthy section. Her parents, she had both her mom and dad, and they were all up into their 80s. They had the house here in Chicagoland area. You know, when it gets too cold, they'll go down to Florida. When it gets too hot in Chicago, they'll go to Michigan. They got houses in both spots. The daughter never worked a day in her life. She was into her upper 40s and never worked a day in her life. These people had a person who comes by to sort their mail out, you know. So that was kind of like my introduction to somebody with money, you know. You know, and you know, you walk through the house, there's different themes and stuff. And I've also been in Tennessee and different parts of the South and seen extreme wealth, you know. And that's that off of that slave back, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, these Carl Schwabs and these leaders, these millionaires, they gain their wealth off of wickedness, man. You know, so they go to these things and they have these meetings talking about tax the wealthy. That's BS, man. Let me drop down some. There is no point in discussing divisions unless the global elite gather at the Davos address the root cause of division and builds fairer economies. The signatories insisted, you, our global representatives, have to tax us. The ultra rich, you have to start now, man. So these people are these so-called people who went to this World Economic Forum, you know, the millionaires, they're claiming that they need to be taxed. Here's another point I want to bring up, is that the most notable names among the 205 signatures from 13 countries are Abigail and Tom Disney, grandchildren of Walt Disney's brother Roy. Joining him this year is Hollywood's actor Mark Ruffalo, best known for his recent role as Hulk in Disney's Marvel franchise. You know, so these people are, you know, so as long as you got $1 million and you're helping, you know, push that BS cause, and you're all for them, man. You know, they'll send an invite to you because you just can't go to these World Economic Forums. You know, these are the ones with people out protesting, they're throwing paint, they're doing, you know, they're going in at these things, and these are not for the average Joes. You know, you have to be invited. You have to be a part of their agenda. You have to be a part of their club. Let me bring out some verses. This is proverb. I mean, this is James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as if it were fire. Ye have reaped treasures together for the last days, man. You know, and it's getting ready to come to an end, man. You know, all these little secret meetings of wealth and stuff, because us being in this truth, we already know that these elites, you know, it's not about the money right now. You know, it's about the control of the people, man. You know, the money, they print the money up. So anytime they want to crash the dollar or the ruble or the pound, they can do that, man. You know, they can do it. And these elites come together, they're telling you to tax them. They don't care about that money. You know, they don't care about the money, man. It's all about control. Let me bring this out right here to us. It says the same groups published a very familiar letter last January, also appalling to the Davos set, that the open letter focused more on the impact of that pandemic on income inequality, which the sequel referred to only in passing, man. So a lot of these things that closed down, a lot of the businesses that closed down during the pandemic, you know, it didn't matter to them. You know, it doesn't care to them, man. We are at the end, and these devils are starting to see that, man. They're starting to feel that, man. So they're coming down with great wrath, man. And they're going to continue to try to have these little meetings and linking up and try to throw a little a smoke ball here and there. Like they had this girl, the chick who does the climate control, this Greta Thunberg. You know, she's nothing but a puppet. I mean, yeah, puppet, a distraction. You know, Proverbs. Start. This is Proverbs 11 and start at 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. See, a lot of these royal leaders, they think their money is going to be able to save them. You know, some think their money is going to be able to save them. We've seen some of these movies where these natural disasters happen, and rich people, they always think that their money, can I buy a seat on the plane that's getting ready to save everybody's life? You can't buy this because the money's going to be obsolete, man. You know? Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteous deliver from death, man. You know, and that's what we're fighting for, righteousness, man. Because these goddamn money and shit ain't gonna be worth nothing, man. Proverbs 11:5, the righteous of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness, man. And so this devil and everybody who's believing in this money, you're gonna fall by that wickedness, man. You know, the Lord is not playing, man. He's giving these devils a certain amount of time to run amok upon the earth, and they've done that, man. You know, the devil has done that. He's built up his riches off of other people's backs, you know, and they have these meetings, and they continuously try to go and extract more and more goods out of these different countries, man. And they'll try to continuously with their wicked ways if the Lord don't come back and shut this shit down, man. You know, so we're at the bottom. But we're really at the top, you know, because we have this truth, man, you know. So, like, this is Proverbs 23 and 17. Let not thy heart envy sinners. You know how we see these rich people, man. We're not supposed to envy them, man, because we have this truth, man. We have faith and we have the Lord, man. You know, the Lord's going to come back and deliver us in these times, man. You know, we're not going to have to go to these rich people and deal with them. You know, this shit's coming to an end. He said, this is Proverbs 23 and 17, let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. For surely there is an end, and that expectation shall not be cut off, man. And that's the thing, that's the name of the game, man. We have to continuously put up this good fight, man, you know, because the future is very bright for the prophets of the Lord, man, you know. And these devils, they're going down. I hope this is edifying. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Akim.